Number two is syncing threads. This is super cool. I love this because it actually saves an insane amount of time and I don't have to go into Jira every single time I want to update something. So really, really cool. So let's jump into what that looks like practically. All you have to do is let me actually paste a work item in here that's not in there yet to show you what it'll look like from scratch. So here's our content creation board. Let's say I'm going to take this piece of content that I'm working on for Jira Service Management Virtual Service Agent. This is specifically for JSM, a piece of content we're working on. And what I'll do is, oh, sorry, I didn't share that tab, but I literally just went in here and I'm copying the link of this work item, and I'm gonna go back to Slack and I'm just gonna paste it. That's all I'm gonna do, nothing special here. I just pasted the link directly into Slack. Now, what this does is it should bring up in just a second a little card view for this. If it does work, in theory it should. Let me refresh it. It should bring up a card view. Nope, still nothing. Let me try repasting it. Usually what it does is it brings up a nice card view inside of Slack. Let's try one more time. Still nothing? Maybe I just need to add in the key instead. This worked before. I promise you it did work before. That's what it should look like. It probably just needed the key or this formatting here. So let me try changing it to this one. Okay, still not embedding. Okay, well, we'll use this one as an example. So when we paste a link, it should come over like this. I think this thread is just broken for some reason. It should come over like this, and then you could open it, and you could just sync the thread from here. Or when you open it, oh, I think this one's deleted. That's why it's not showing up. I see. One second, let me find one that is actually the correct URL and paste it in there. CC-992. That's what I have in here. CC-992. Still pasting kind of weird. Let's see if this one works. Nope. Okay. This URL is kind of buggy right now. Let me try sharing it instead. Let's go ahead and go in here, copy link. Let's try this version. Okay, this one might work. Still nothing. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, try to share it instead. Usually it works with the link. A couple of bugs we're running into, but usually it works with just pasting in the link, but try sharing it instead. Sometimes it gives you a different link. And now we have this work item directly in Slack that we can sync the thread of. Now, what does the sync thread button actually do? And I can see it in here, or if I open it, I could go to conversations and sync the thread from here as well. And all I have to do is click this button, and I'll show you exactly what happens on this work item when I do that. And what happened was, if I share this screen, we immediately get a message sent over. This is the link that I'm sent, and Slack added a message that I synced this conversation over, and all synced threads will automatically update across both Slack and Jira. So all you have to do is go into this thread inside of Slack, and in here, you can start adding comments. You could just add in inside, as long as it's inside of this particular thread, it's going to sync over to Jira automatically. And you could unsync it at any point, but if you have people who are very not prone to going into Jira directly to add in their information, their messages, their contents, anything else, or if they're doing it in Jira a bunch and you want to see it in Slack or show other people in Slack, this is like a lifesaver because it just syncs everything over 100% automatically, and all replies synced threads will automatically update across both spaces. So I could go into Jira and I could go in and type in literally anything into this thread. I'll just respond and say, hey, this is a test to show up in Slack. And then we should see it coming over to Slack almost instantly. There we go. There's my comment. There's who it's from. And it's syncing over two-way sync immediately. And I could just respond and say, response back. And this could be a conversation between anyone, between anywhere. I think I didn't share this tab, but there's where it showed up. And it's immediately just going to sync both of them over. So there's my response back. Here's the full thread, and it keeps it nice and tight. And I think part of the reason that this whole thread feature was introduced was actually to make it feasible for Slack to do this. So it actually keeps it really nicely in one thread. That way, if you have like a huge runaway thread inside of Slack, it's all just going to collapse into one thread inside of Jira as well. So it's not going to get like super crazy for you out of nowhere, and you don't know what to look at, and you don't know what to reference, etc. So Yeah, that's feature number two. Feature number one was specifically just natural language talking to Slack or to Jira right inside of Slack. Feature number two is syncing that thread over. All you have to do is copy the link of an existing work item, or if you created it directly via Slack, it'll automatically sync that thread for you if you have that checkbox on. Real quick, I've implemented Jira for over 200 companies. By far, the number one reason teams reach out to us is because they built what they thought was a great solution, only to realize that nobody actually ended up using it. And if that sounds familiar, that's exactly what we help you fix. We're currently taking on new projects 4 to 6 weeks out. And if you want help implementing Jira in a way that your team will actually use, hit the first link in the description below.